Couple days left in the month, and I wanted to, there's a lot of different things that we talk about every single day on these conference calls. And as a leader, it's kind of difficult to, at least in my position, I don't really get a good chance to talk to everybody as much as I would like to. So lately, I just been hearing a little bit of people having some trouble with, you can kind of call it the greeting, I guess, but I think it's even sometimes a little bit before the greeting, a little bit after the greeting. It's just that whole, beginning part of that sales pitch, right? As soon as we knock on that door, as soon as we, I'm just looking for something here, as soon as we pick up that phone, for some reason, people are programmed to be very defensive. Can you all agree with me on that? Little show of hands. People are defensive. People are very, they don't really want to give you too much yet. I don't know if it's because we had a bad experience in the past, or we're terrified of salespeople, or whatever the case may be. But we're very standoffish. I think we've all done that stuff before. Can we all agree that when we are put in a sales presentation, do we get a little weird? You guys got a little bit of phobia?
Leery. The word is leery.
There you go. There you go. Matt's doing the call tomorrow now, so you know what I mean? So but leery, right? We get all, that's a good word, Matt. Thank you so much. And I don't know why it is that way. And how do I know it's true? Well, I was just in Mexico last week, and they were trying to pitch me on, them little timeshare deals. They were going to give me a free breakfast. They were going to bring me back for a whole week on them. It was only going to cost me like $50, right? And what do you think that I did? No. I don't want a free vacation. I don't want free breakfast. You know what I mean? I ran away as quickly as no. Me no speaking English. No. I did anything that I could possibly do to run away because I was what? I was leery. I was scared. Because I knew that if I sat down with that person, what do you think would have happened? I'd be leaving with I'd buy something, exactly.
Yeah, they'd talk you into it.
They talk me into it. They figure out a way to make sense of it. Some way or the other.
You might end up buying something that you want.
I might end up buying something that I want. Isn't that crazy?
It's a crazy annoying thing.
They're gonna sell me. They're gonna get with my kids, my wife. We're gonna have a great time.
It would be horrible. What a horrible thing.
That's awful. I don't know why am I scared of that? But what we have to understand, folks, is the exact same thing happens when you call a lead. Do y'all know what I mean? The exact same thing happens because they know you could spin it however you want to spin it. I'm just calling to give you information. They know what you're doing. They know what you're doing. The secret is out, folks. They got you. They got you pinned. They know you're a salesperson trying to sell them something. And you can spin it and say it and flip it however you want to say it to make it sound a little bit better, but they know that you're a sales individual. And they're going to be leery. Folks, you ever get a phone call from someone that it's a sales thing, or maybe it's a debt collector or something? I know that I've done this stuff before. Oh, can I speak to Doug Blake? Oh, Doug's not here. There's no Doug here. Y'all ever say that before? Y'all ever do that? Y'all pretend that you're not the person and they're not here and you have no idea what they're talking about? That person doesn't live here. I have no idea who you are. You got the wrong address, sir. You got the wrong phone number. That is not me. I promise you. I don't care what it says on that card. I never filled that out. There's no one has lived here. I've lived here 20 years and there's no Doug Blake at this address. Y'all ever get that before? Folks, it's the same thing with the timeshare example that I gave a few minutes ago. People are they're leery. What'd you say? Leery? They're leery. They're scared. I don't know why that it is that way, but it just is. But we can't let that stop us, because if we let that stop us, what's going to happen? We're going to have some skinny kids because they're not going to be able to eat, right? We have to get a job. We have to get through all that stuff, folks. Doesn't matter what they say. It's not me. There's no one here by that name. I never filled it out. I don't know what you're talking about. You know, whatever. I don't. Just because your last name is Torres doesn't mean that they don't speak any English. Oh, Doug, I got all these leads. They're all Spanish. No one talks English. Bro, they were watching an English TV commercial, saw an English TV lead, called it up, spoke to an English operator, but they don't speak any English. You tell me how that one worked out. We can't just take for what they say at face value, folks. You need to agree with it. Let them, I got you. Because if you've done it yourself, right? You've all done all the things that are happening to some of you that when you pick up the phone and you knock on someone's door, all the things that that are happening to you are things that you've done yourself for no reason. You know, you ever walk through, I was in, was it, I forget, it's Costco or BJ's, whatever one we go to a couple months ago. And they were going by with the Verizon. Well, I have AT&T for my phone service. So the guy says, hey, I want to talk to you about Verizon. I forget what he said. I said, I already got Verizon. Okay. I'm sure the guy could have given me a better deal than what I had for AT&T. He could have figured out some package, something, some way, whether it's cheaper rates, more benefits, free phones, new phone, free iPad, whatever. He could have made that deal attractive for me to purchase that and switch from Verizon. We'll pay all your cancellation fees. I'm sure he would have went down that road, right? And also keep your same phone number. We'll get you the newest phone that takes 10 pictures or whatever, you know, and do all that stuff. But I lied and I told him that I already had Verizon when I didn't, because I didn't want to be put in that sales situation. Y'all ever do that before?
We all have, yeah.
Right.
Oh,
We
yeah.
all have.
We all have. So why do we get frustrated with people when the things that we do to people every single day are things that happen to us? But we all can agree that we don't even know why we do it. We just do it. It's not for like a particular reason, right? We're not like, maybe we don't want to waste their time. We're fearful, we're leery of something, but we just don't move forward with it for whatever reason. But what do most salespeople do? I know what happened when I was in that Costco or BJ's. I said, I already got Verizon. You know what he did? He said, okay. And I kept walking. As opposed to continuing on with it, knowing that most people are going to say that. So the question is, what are you going to say the next time that you call somebody and they don't want to be bothered, or they're leery, or they're scared, or whatever the case may be? What are you going to do? Are you going to fold? Or are you going to keep on pushing?
You gotta keep on pushing.
You're going to keep
I completely understand and keep going.
That's it.
I
Folks,
agree and keep going.
it's almost that simple. What Ramon just said. It's literally almost that simple. I completely understand and keep going. It's almost that simple. In fact, if you were to just say that, I probably would blow your mind of how many more deals you would close. Because let's think about it. What did we identify by me not wanting to sit down with that vacation lady with the timeshares? We found out that the reason why I didn't really want to do it was because I knew that if I sat down, what would happen? David said it. I'd buy. So does that mean that I'm an easy close, or is it because I'm hard to close?
You might be hard to close, but you're gonna find sense of the reason why to buy.
Right. But if I know that if I sit down with somebody that I'm going to buy, am I an easy close or a hard close?
You're an easy close.
You're an easy close.
So easy. So is it safe to say that the people that give you the most nonsense on the front end are probably the easier ones to close? Is that safe to say?
Yeah.
So why are we giving up so easily on the front end? Why are we allowing silly little reactionary defense responses? I'm not interested no more. I already got it. I talked to somebody yesterday. That's not me. No one's here by that name. You got the wrong phone number, wrong house. I'm sick. I don't feel good. Blah, 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 blah. I changed my mind. Why are we allowing all those things to dictate our success? Do y'all
Taking
know
it so personally.
what your closing ratio would be and how much higher it would go if you could figure out a way to get through these things? It'd go through the roof. Because why? We already figured it out. They're the easiest ones to close. All the people, think about the amount of people in the last 6 months that told you that you got the wrong phone number, that it isn't them.
Yeah. Oh,
How
yeah.
many people that told you that I already spoke to somebody from your company? You know, I don't need it anymore. I changed my mind. You know, because to think about all those people and all those potential sales that maybe you missed. Because when they said, it's not me, change my mind, whatever it is, that you just folded and you ran away.
Like taking it too personally, just letting it go.
There's no doubt about it. Folks, you know, here's what I can guarantee you, that every single person that responded, guess what every single one of them wants? Some information.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. Now, their expectations, and some people have some sleazy ways of trying to get some information. They may call a TV commercial and give a random name. Do you think that that happens? Do you think that people call a TV commercial and they say, what's your name? And you say Bob Smith or whatever. Do you think that that kind of thing happens, folks? Yes?
Yeah.
No? Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think people
Absolutely.
call and
Most
give
definitely.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
1,000%? Does that mean that they're not interested?
No,
No,
not
it
at
means
all.
they're
They're
leery.
They're leery. They're scared. They're worried. They're worried that if you connect me to somebody, I'm going to buy.
I might actually buy this.
I might actually buy this. And, you know, but there's a reason why they called up the TV commercial. There's a reason why they went online. Folks, you just don't go thumbing around the internet looking for final expense life insurance if you don't want to buy some.
Yeah.
Folks, you don't call TV commercials, wait on hold, give all of your information, real or fake, it doesn't matter, and not want to buy some life insurance. You just don't do it. Now, your expectations of how that process may actually roll out might not be managed so well, right? Meaning you may just think that there's, okay, I'll mail you a pamphlet. That doesn't exist anymore. But people think that that's how it works. But we all know that it doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? So we got to identify the fact that nobody would ever respond unless they want to buy some insurance. Nobody. They're not going to. Now, they may put some bogus random information in there sometimes, but here's the coolest thing about our TV leads. They got a caller ID number on it. There's no hiding. They can say whatever they want to say. I got a right phone number of someone that called in off that TV commercial. The name might be spelt wrong. I don't know. I don't care. You want to know the first deal that I sold over the phone was? Back in the day, y'all going to laugh, but this is 1,000% true. You can go ask Ron Powell and Robert Shiver. I wouldn't even say nothing. Is a lead, and it was just a phone number. It was someone that called in off a TV commercial, and that phone call either got disconnected or they hung up before the operator even picked up. Or before they gave him, hey, this is Senior Live, da-da-da. What's your name? Click. And I even say, well, the phone got disconnected. The phone didn't get disconnected in any one of those situations. Those people just flat out hung up. Let's be honest. But we used to say that the phone call got disconnected or, no, everybody hung up. You know what I mean? Every single person hung up that phone, and those were the leads that we were given. I got a stack of 100 of them. Imagine that, trying to do your warm-up in your presentation and even know what the name is. First deal I ever closed was a no-name lead. So it doesn't even matter, folks. We got a correct phone number. We are telesales agents, 99% of us. And the coolest thing about going out in the field for you field agents is you got a valid address. What else does a telesales agent need than a valid phone number? And what else does a field agent need other than a valid address? We need nothing. That's all we need. And we can make it happen with those things. We just can't be scared. We can't be leery when things don't always seem to go that way, meaning we get a couple of objections or some stalls or some reactionary defense responses that we ourselves give to other people every single day. We can't let that stuff trip us up. We got to agree with them. We got to think about, understand where they're coming from. So instead of jumping down their throat or getting frustrated, how about trying to get on the same page as them. How about Miss Jones? I understand where you're coming from. And if someone called me out of the blue, I probably would act the same way. In fact, I did that to someone just this morning. It's only going to take a few minutes, I promise you. Or something like that. Instead of getting frustrated, do like Ramon just said that when he first opened his mouth this morning, was just, what do you say? Just agree and move on.
That's it.
Because that's really all it is, folks. It's just agreeing and moving on. Not letting that stuff rattle you or rattle your cage. Not letting that stuff get the better of you. Because we all just identified that the ones that give us the most resistance on the front end are the easiest ones to close. So we're missing out on some easy sales by not learning how to properly get through on the greeting. So think of some things, folks. Think of some things that you can say when someone says, this isn't me, I never did it, I'm not interested anymore, I already got it, I changed my mind, just mail me the information. What are you going to say the next time that comes up with? I want everybody to take a couple of minutes, write down 3 things for every single thing that you're getting hung up with, maybe all of those. And I want you to role play them with your manager today at some point. Or role play it with someone doing better than you. Don't go role play with someone that's not doing better. That doesn't help. You never want to take any swimming advice from drowning people, right, guys? So we want to role play that. Come up with, guess what? Most of the stuff that you're going to come up with is going to be phenomenal, but it's probably all stuff that you've maybe tried one time and it didn't work and you stopped doing it. Or it's stuff that maybe you just don't have the guts to say it, or you just can't get the words to come out just right. You know what I mean? They just, you can't, and that person can say, well, hey, just say it this way. Oh, that makes sense. That was so easy. You know, sometimes it needs that outsider looking in, right? To kind of see it a little clearer than you, because sometimes we get all like, you know, focused in here and we can't really see the bigger picture well enough. So write a couple of those things down, role play them with your upline. So that way, when all this stuff comes up, because guess what? It will continue to keep coming up. You can get through it, because we all know that there's nobody that would call off a TV commercial or respond to any one of our advertisements if they didn't want to buy some insurance. And we all know that the ones that give us the most resistance up front are the easiest to close. Let's go get those easy closes, folks. Let's go get those easy sales. Let's go get those. We're already doing all the hard ones. Let's go get the easy ones, right?
I always, Douglas, tell my agents, if they're breathing, guess what?
What?
If they're breathing, they want insurance. That's just my philosophy.
There's no
It's
doubt.
showtime.
And then also, too, and I forgot to even mention this earlier, you know, now, as of last week, all new Facebook leads have the beneficiary and the amount of coverage that they're looking for on there. Which, in my opinion, you know, that still doesn't make it as good as a television lead. Just doesn't. But it's better than a direct mail lead. Those two couple of little questions just made that lead that much better. And they're only $20. How amazing is that? So let's focus on some of those things here this week, guys. Let's not get caught up and all tripped up in that early stuff. All that stuff that we do to everybody all the time. Let's not get all worried about that stuff, folks.
Can I say something real quick this morning, Doug?
Yeah, sure.
Well, good morning, everybody. See, one of the things I always say, and I've been laughing the whole time when you giving this class, whenever I start a training class with someone, I have everybody raise their right hand. And I said, repeat after me. Dear Karma God, I apologize for hanging up on people who was just trying to feed their kids, who was just starting a new career in sales. I apologize for hanging up on someone. I apologize for not keeping an appointment with someone when they were only trying to pay their rent, because now you're in the position where you're the other person now. So you see exactly how it feels. So first, you're going to have to ask for forgiveness to the Karma God, to the hang up person, because now you experience how it feels. So that's just one of my little humorous.
I like that a lot, man. I'm laughing over here while you're saying that. That's so spot on, and everybody should do that. Go. What did you call it again? The
Karma God. The Karma God.
Hey, go talk to somebody, man. Go talk to the Karma Gods because they coming to get you. It's so true. It's so true. Don't get caught up in that stuff, guys. Keith, I couldn't say it any better myself, brother. Thank you for closing us out today. Y'all have a great day, great rest of the month. Looking forward to seeing everybody on Friday. Take care.
Take care. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Doug.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Doug.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks, Doug. That was awesome, guys.